sounds like she's half submerged in a tunnel. Put the glass down, dear, Mrs. Frick says with the patient practice of people who used to dealing with an idiot. Let me alleviate suspicions here that I might be cruel. There is nothing genetically, intellectually, or psychologically wrong with Estelle. After the Fricks insisted on bringing her into the club to meet me, they assured me that she had a lofty IQ and is a constant reader. Not that that's a requirement for me, but I guess I had that what in the hell's wrong with her look the night I first met her. Estelle is a circle with a tiny square on the radius, a wad of blue that doesn't stick, a greyhound that doesn't want to run. She has the face of an angel and a body that exudes great mortal sin, but she's a goddamn goober, a real five-star Nimrod. Well, I say, curious what I'm going to say next. Well, the boys sound great tonight, Cedar, Dr. Frick says to me. He always calls us the boys as if it's some kind of hip musician lingo. The whole attraction this family has to me is that Dr. Frick played a snare drum in an oom-pa-pa band somewhere shortly after the Crimean War. And they figure they're in this grand fraternity of musicians as though we had secret handshakes and woo-woo codes. The old doctor never got around the enchantment drums had on him, so I guess vicariously he's got his arms in my sleeves. Meanwhile, Estelle blows out the candle at the table. Nobody knows what to say about that. I notice she has different color nail polish on each of her nails and a hospital ID brand on her wrist. Have you been in the hospital, Estelle, I ask her? No, she says. I found this at Fenway Park last week. There's another one of those awful pregnant pauses as I'm desperately thinking of ways to get out of here when a large mug of scotch appears in front of me. Compliments of these pricks, the waitress says quickly to me. It sails over the bobbing blue heads of the doctor and Mrs. Oh, really, I shouldn't. Nonsense, Dr. Frick croaks. Loosen you up for those paradiddles. Mrs. Frick plucks her approval as if to show me it's okay, hoists a Budweiser up to her face and starts to drain it off. She finishes in a clatter of false teeth and lathered suds, then a short chopping burp. Jesus, I said out loud to her. Estelle's eyeing me like she thought of something to say. Sure enough, her eyebrows start to climb toward her forehead, and it looks like she's trying to stretch them into her hair. Would you like to dance, she asks me. I look around the room. Most of this wild Thursday crowd have put away their prime river baked stuffed shrimp. The after-dinner cigarette smoke is starting to collect on the yellowed acoustic tiled ceilings, and the din of conversation is rising, and the after-dinner drinks begin to tickle music to the laughter and chatter. Well, there's no music until we go back up, I tell her. And then I can't dance, I'll be playing drums. I need to use my feet for that. I'm starting to feel like Alan Funt should be launching himself out from behind a drake somewhere, laughing at the inner chortle of his. Man, we sure had you, he'll be saying. And then he'll introduce the Fricks, Dr., Mrs. and Estelle, as actors from the local Boston Guild. But it's not happening. Reality for me is no Alan Funt behind the drapes. A couple of slick dudes in bowling shirts slide by, admiring Estelle. They look like they're on their way to the gents. One guy's shirt has Tony etched on the left breast pocket. The other says Bill. I've seen enough Indiana Jones on HBO to realize you're going to seize the moments. Oh, geez, there's Bill, I say to the Frick family. I toss about 6 inches of doors down my throat. Would you folks excuse me, please? My head is splitting from the scotch. I have to speak to Bill about a booking. Say, Bill, oh, Bill, wait up. I'm praying he doesn't yell, who the hell are you, or anything, as I struggle on my feet. The doors churns right to my brain, and I feel like I just took a left hook. I nod my apologies to the Fricks and shuffle over to the Bowling brothers, who linger by the men's room door with quizzical looks on their faces. I can feel the eyes of the Fricks burning the back of my tattered herringbone. Hi, fellas, I say, smirking. I bet you're wondering what this is all about, huh? Tony speaks first. Yeah, but Provincetown's about 70 miles south, bucko, and we're going into the John alone. His buddy Bill gives this remark the old yuck yuck, and I'm starting to think there's a lesson to be learned in all this, but damned if I can figure out what it is. I laugh with Tony and Bill, trying to be one of the guys, but I know it's futile. I've stumbled into a battle of wits unarmed. On the way home tonight, I know I'll think of all sorts of searing replies, but here, confronted by the love children of Rodan and Godzilla, I'm alone, neutered and naked. Mistaken identity, fellas, I say. Sorry. Why am I acting like Wally Cox? I hear Lum bang his knee on the microphone, and a caustic shit rings out over the dining room once again. Lum's a singer, so this time it sounds better. The Bruise brothers are still staring at me with mocking faces. Well, I tell them, gotta go. I play drums. Then I shuffle my hand up and down to pantomime drum playing, and it sets them both off laughing. They must have broke 200 on the lanes that night. They're in such a goddamn good mood. I sail by the Frick's table in time to see Estelle take a huge hit off her Marlboro, and then close her left nostril and exhale the smoke out her right. Then she switches sides and furnaces out the left nostril. It's a wondrous sight, this raven beauty with the smoking nose barrels. Lum is at the piano, shuffling music around, and Philly cradles his bass like a prom date. Philly's eyes are glazed, and he has that cat ate the goldfish grin. He's been out in his car heading off the Congo. Hey, Cedar Davis, he murmurs to me, and I guess I should be happy to be recognized. Hey, yeah, I say, climbing behind the Ludwigs. My head hurts, my stomach is sour, and I have to go to the bathroom. I look out over the room and see that Estelle has joined Tony and Bill at their table, and they're all yucking it up pretty good. This should thrill me, but for some reason I almost feel a twinge of jealousy. How come she makes sense to the Neanderthal twins, Tony and Bill? I don't have time to ponder this little Zen koan because Lum is kicked into an upbeat Pennies from Heaven, and I watch myself on this tune. Lots of stops and starts. Now there's a metaphor for almost everything. Just before Philly and I punch in, I give one of the girls my desperation for doors signal. It's all here, I figure. You don't need to go outside these four walls. I stomp once on the bass pedal and give my hi-hat a little intro work. It's my third hour on the drums. Thanks.